friends, this is Ara coming to you from Manguinhos Beach in Buzios, special edition. As my regular members will know in the channel that I have a place in Buzios and I come here regularly to chill out in this paradise on earth. And today is a very special edition because this is the time of the day that I'm not usually awake, early morning, and it's dawn. The sun is rising on Manguinhos Beach, Manguinhos being a neighborhood in Buzios. And I thought I needed to record this special event for me. Awake and functioning early morning is not, well, early morning I usually go to bed. But, well, today I couldn't sleep, so I took a walk to the beach. And boy, I feel privileged to be alive and to be here. As you can see, nobody's on the beach, although the climate is, well, it's good enough to take a dip in the ocean. Hey, there's one person over there. But I'm not gonna enter the water. I just wanna walk, and believe it or not, just coming here, the energy made me my God, I feel like I've had 6 coffees, you know. There's a special energy here. Well, I guess it's the ocean. Anywhere you go near the ocean, you're gonna have great energy. Beautiful. Yes, the gentleman is jogging. It's a privilege to have a place just about 5 minutes walk from a beach like this, which is very good to swim in. Not too savage. Sometimes the water is really still here. Right now it's a nice, just comfortable waves there. Ah, beautiful. Part of living in Rio, the state of Rio de Janeiro, of course. As some of the regular members will know, Buzios is a famous resort town here in Brazil, not just in the state of Rio de Janeiro, but in Brazil. And its claim to fame is, well, it's this discovery, quote unquote, discovery by Brigitte Bardot, the famous French actress, who spent some time here with her lover, a Brazilian lover. I guess they escaped here for some privacy. And it used to be a fishing resort town, and it just grew from there, and it's become, Buzios has become synonymous with high quality of life. And this is probably where I'm going to end up living right now. Of course, I live in the city of Rio de Janeiro. And check out this beautiful properties, ocean front. Of course, my property is a little further back, a couple of blocks back. But of course, I don't mind it. 5 minutes walk is nothing. And of course, the climate is good here most of the year, so you're basically living a long, long summer. This is like too nice. I need to wake up more often, or not sleep. There are a few hefty looking birds in front of me, the feathered variety. I'm not really a bird person, but I don't know what they are, but if any of the viewers recognize the birds, let me know, okay, in your comments. There, I've seen them before here. They look like crow, but yeah, not too friendly. Interesting. Well, you're close to nature, so you see some animals here. We get a visit. The house gets visits by possums as well. They're cute. I think they're cute. My wife says they're ugly, but I like possums. They're good for the environment. Hey, look at that. Most of the houses here are in gated communities. You can, that ocean, sound of ocean is music to me. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep now, you know. And if I do, I'll have a better quality of sleep just because of this ocean. Make sure if you, this is an events venue. It's not residential. Yeah, make sure if you ever decide to, or consider retiring to Brazil or coming to live in Brazil and you want a quieter life, Buzios might be the place for you. Of course, Buzios does have a nightlife, so one of the reasons I like it. And great restaurant culture, depending which area of Buzios you choose to reside in. So keep that in mind as an option. And property prices for people coming from Europe or the USA, very attractive prices here. Depending how far away from the ocean you are, and depending in which neighborhood you decide to live in, you can really, I mean, you can get a house, decent house for $100,000, and then you know even less, or work yourself up if you want a really, but not really, because you get houses here for millions of dollars as well, but. I would say for a middle class kind of upper middle class kind of budget, you should get a good property for the price of, let's say, $300,000-$400,000. Yeah, so in those terms you can find something good to live in. Something that in Europe will not get you much. Well, not this kind of lifestyle anyway. Unfortunately, there's some cloud cover over there. We can't see the sun properly, but it's rising, as it always does. And somehow this feels like almost like you're on an island, you know. But Buzios is a peninsula blessed by over 20 different beaches. This is just one. More houses. Of course, gated community. In one of my videos, I cover and I show you the house, my place here. These houses are, most of them are called casas buzianas, the Buzian style houses, which are kind of a fusion between colonial and modern. So it's a really good good fusion. Some of them are more colonial, some of them are more modern, but the general mix is really good because it just they have good energy, these houses. So I don't know how to describe them or describe the energy, but it's just they have soul. I can put it that way. Although I believe that the soul of the house, it comes from the people who live in it. But I hope you know what I mean. It just you feel good in these types of houses. There you go. I will be back in Rio today is Saturday. Tomorrow I will be back in Rio. It's my 10th day here. So I'm just enjoying everything. And every time I come here, believe it or not, I want to stay longer and longer. Incredible quality of life here. Close to nature, close to the beach, but with modern amenities everywhere. And in the Manguinhos neighborhood where we are, and this is again Manguinhos Beach, you have great supermarkets, trade, commerce, restaurants. So it's just life is good here. There are some neighborhoods, well, be warned, yeah, some neighborhoods in Buzios that don't have much commerce. So people will need to go to other neighborhoods to do their main shopping as far as food is concerned. But Manguinhos is not one of them. Manguinhos is a great, great neighborhood. And of course, there are other neighborhoods that have trade. The central area of Buzios, the central area also is a great center of gourmet and restaurants, and you have your supermarkets and so on. The problem is during peak season, very, very busy there, yeah. So that could be a problem. I would still consider it as an option to live for somebody who is deciding, let's put it this way. So keep that in mind when you come to Buzios. See Manguinhos, see Centro, and other areas in the vicinity, and see how you feel. It's all in the feeling, in your gut, what you like, you know. Don't disconnect from your instincts and from your gut feelings. That's how I ended up in Brazil. Well, I ended up living in Brazil. Look at that, beautiful. I gotta wake up early. Well, not wake up, not go to sleep in my case, and enjoy this. We're not even in summer now. We're still springtime here in Rio, here in Brazil. So summertime would be nicer even. And just come in here and enter the ocean 6 in the morning or 5 in the morning or any time. Yes, one thing you should know as well, that Buzios is a very safe city. It's one of the safest cities in Brazil. So it's, I would say, safer than many European cities as it is. Of course, it's relatively speaking, it's a small place, but it's very safe. So that's one more thing to consider if you're worried about that kind of stuff. And something to do here in Buzios, if you're an early bird, obviously, and if you're not, keep in mind that you, again, as I mentioned before, nightlife, and well, you can enter the ocean at night too. Nothing's stopping you, and there are discotheques and there are restaurants and so on. So it's not like a dead resort town where, you know, after 9 o'clock you have to, you know, sort of go to bed or anything. It's a very let's say complete place if you want to live here. Beautiful, beautiful. If you love the ocean, you will love Buzios. And if you are into surfing and that kind of stuff, water sports, then there are other beaches that the waves will allow you to surf and enjoy whatever sport you are into. But Manguinhos Beach is more for swimming, and the waters are generally warmer than most of the other beaches in Buzios. Keep that in mind, because some beaches in Buzios, the water is pretty cold, and I'm not a fan of cold water. That's me. Other people love it. I'm not sure what this is. Looks like either a restaurant or maybe part of a hotel. Beautiful. You can see some, look carefully, you see some fishing boats. That's where they're parked. Obviously, it goes without saying, if you like seafood, then Buzios has your fresh fish, which you can eat in restaurants, or if you live here, you can buy fresh fish and cook it for yourselves. More of these birds. They look like crows, but a bit on the bigger side. Cute. Again, if you know what they're called in English, let me know. I don't even know what they're called in Portuguese. This looks like a gated community. They're building new houses here. Amazing amount of construction going on in Buzios. Further down from here, in that direction, quite a bit down, okay? Because the next neighborhood to Manguinhos is called Arrasa. That's where, more or less, where we started, you know, just before Arrasa. And further, all the way further down is the area called Marina. And Marina is home to a huge development called Arete, with canals, and it's amazing. You know, it's you can buy a house in front of the canals and have your own boat and so on. When I get the chance, I will go and film there too one day. and it's just expanding. A lot of construction going on. Amazing place. So an option for people escaping Europe and North America, and some of the craziness that's going on in Europe right now is I personally find disturbing. People getting arrested for their Facebook posts and things like that. That kind of news spreads, and I've seen videos of it, so it's not fake news. I've seen people getting arrested on video, and nowadays they can't hide that kind of stuff. Weird. So, and well, the government here currently is nothing to write home about either, but still it's not that kind of, it hasn't gotten that bad. And there's hope here. People here hope to break free of this system, which is not just one system, but an international system of control. So people are hoping to break away from it, hopefully in the next elections, if there's no cheating by the bad guys. And have a look at this as well. So still, I feel insulated here from the craziness in the so-called first world. This is beautiful. Imagine sitting here having a meal and watching the ocean. What a pity the clouds are not doing any favors. But again, incredible energy. I can't describe it. It's calm. But it's nourishing. You know, amazing. Beautiful. Well, we're gonna end it here, and I need to walk all the way back. Thank you for joining in. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video from this beautiful tropical land called Brazil, and particularly from the state of Rio de Janeiro. All the best.